This is Phantom 105.2. Ready?
From Dublin, Ireland, this is a Phantom 105.2 podcast. For more information, head to phantom.ie.
Live from Electric Picnic, and we have to just give a special mention to our photographer Kieran, who brought the disco biscuits that have proven to be the icebreaker all
really
day. Warpaint in the studio. Welcome along.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming into us. So, would you like a disco biscuit? They're chocolatey and delicious.
What did you write on that
gorilla?
Somebody.
For
Well, the Pains of Being Pure at Heart were just here, and they changed it to Gorilla Biscuits, which is another band that they're pals with. So we're basically just asking people to autograph them if they get the joke. So there's the rapture there, foster the people.
Amazing.
We had to explain it to them, but
Get what joke?
Yeah.
War packaging. It's terrible.
No, I obviously don't get it.
Okay, well it's all right. You can still have one. They're tasty.
Delicious.
So, you guys were in Galway last week. I heard the gig was great. Have you been hanging out since, or have you had to go off and do worky things?
We did worky things, yeah.
Well, we did Reading and Leeds.
Oh, well, that counts as worky things, to be fair. I was thinking of like paperwork, doing laundry.
Did our taxes.
Reading and Leeds, that's fantastic. And didn't you do Rockworcester as well, or is that still to
We
come?
did, yeah.
And loads of stuff. And you were only over here, weren't you, as well, in May? So is that still like the kind of, are you still touring from the Fool last October? Like, have you just been on the road ever since?
Pretty much.
Are you knackered?
Yes. In a good way, in a very satisfied fashion, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think we feel like we've done our business. We've done what we what we were meant to do. You know, what you do when you tour a record, and it's been really fun. It's been like, we feel really lucky and grateful that we've had such amazing audiences. I mean, we played Reading at the Enemy stage this year, and it was Reading and Leeds, and it was, you know, it was a big stage in comparison to the year before when we played, and we were playing the Republic stage, which is a tiny little tent. Yeah. It's kind of like, that was the moment where I saw our growth.
Yeah, because they absolutely loved your album, didn't they? They gave it like a glowing review.
Yeah, the Enemy, in their way of being like backhanded with their compliments. Yeah.
Oh, really?
They like us. they compliment us as well, but they're very supportive. But you know how they are. They're kind of just like, I don't know.
It's like the boy. It's like the little boy that likes you in primary school. He's always going to talk about you in whatever
throw
way.
rocks at you.
Yeah, it's like go over,
at least he's paying
push
attention
you over.
all the time. But no, they've been quite nice to us.
Excellent. So there was a remix, the Neon Lights remix, wasn't there, that got onto the Radio 1 and Music We Trust. Have you got like a big response from that? Did you see the album sales go in the right direction? Lots of new fans?
It's possible.
I think there's other things that kind of we've noticed that have made an impact. Jules Holland was a big one, because that's such a wide audience as well. And I think there's different little moments.
Was that crazy going on Jules Holland? Were you just like, oh my God? Or were you just, no, it's okay, we're going to be professional and not act like we're really excited?
I was freaking out because I've been watching that since I was younger, you know.
And is he lovely?
He's nice. We didn't really meet him or talk to him that much. But
right, okay.
I think I was lucky because I didn't really know the extent of what we were doing. So I didn't grow up watching Jules Holland. So I was just like,
cool, let's do it.
Looking around at the other bands going, this is great.
There's Brian Wilson.
You can't help it once you're on the floor, though, with all those people, those legends, and even if they're not particularly legends, even if they're like a new band that you might like or whatever, like it's just being in that setting and you're all in a circle and all these musicians are looking at you and looking at what you do, and you're just like really on the spot. And then there's all the millions of people watching from home too, but
that's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's a good show as well for like new bands. You're like, ooh, I'd never heard of them, and you go up and get the album, and it's very cool. So 51052 guys is the number if you've just joined us and you're wondering what's going on. We're live from Electric Picnic. We're painting studio. Cool. Very exciting. I said earlier on Twitter just that you guys were coming in, and John, if people had any questions, and John had wanted to know, did Shannon give you guys any tip on kind of dealing with like getting more famous, dealing with the media, that kind of thing?
I think well, there's always hype, it seems like. I think in a weird way, it's like kind of nice as a band when you're getting some kind of hype. That's sort of like gratifying in a certain sense, but hype is hype, and it's nothing to like put any weight on, really. You know what I mean? It's really just important to remember what your purpose was with what you're doing, and I think for some people it can become distracting once you've been making music at home or in your garage with yourself or with your bandmates, and then all of a sudden it's out in the world and people are responding to it and liking it or disliking it, whatever. Like, that stuff can be really distracting, and I would say just try to go into it try not to go into it, and remember like what the music that you're making is and what you're doing it for, and the music that has inspired you and the things that inspire you. Just keep your mind in those places, really.
Yeah, I suppose it's what you were saying earlier. It doesn't matter how knackered you are or how long you've been touring. If you get to go on stage and people are like singing your words back to you, that must be just
you can't help but be excited.
Cool. So have you got much touring left to do? You're nearly done. You're going to take
this is our last show in Europe in the UK.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we play Seattle, and then we play a few shows in other parts of the world, but this is pretty much it.
Okay, and a question a lot of people were asking as well is, any chance of, do you have an idea of when a new album might come out? Basically, they're thirsty for more. I know you're knackered, but have you started working on it?
So we're thirsty to start the process.
Yeah.
So as soon as possible, yeah.
Okay.
But we're not going to rush it.
Probably, yeah, I would say that in the beginning of summer, probably.
Ooh.
Or I mean, that's my hope, that to release it about that time, or at some point in the summer. Get it written and recorded and mixed from now until, the end of spring, and then release it at some advantageous point after that.
Excellent. So do you have some new tracks that you're going to be playing in your set tonight that we can look forward to?
Potentially. There's a song called Jubilee that we sometimes play.
Excellent. Okay.
We might whip it out.
Well, we'll very much look forward to that. Crawdaddy stage, 7:45 till 8:45. So if you're in the car park, you're almost parked, make sure you don't miss it. If you haven't seen these girls live, trust me, you want to. It's going to be fantastic. So girls, thanks so much for coming in.
Phantom 105.2.
You've been listening to a Phantom 105.2 podcast. For more information, head to phantom.ie.